Guy 1948 here, and this is our second look at the Chicago Electric Power Tools 12-volt half-inch impact wrench from Harbor Freight. It was built in 2002, and it was not working in the last video. My reasoning behind it not working was totally wrong, though, and understanding how this worked was totally wrong. So I ended up removing that video. I don't have all the footage of me tearing this thing apart. I just don't feel it's worth taking a bunch of screws out, and all it does is the clamshell pops off. You didn't miss a whole lot there. But what is important is how this mechanism works and why it wasn't working. So how this thing actually works is the motor goes through a gear reduction and causes this to spin really fast. And the problem was it was not very loose. And this here was totally seized up. Now it'll move. But it was so locked in place that it would not come down and hit on the anvil here like this. So what happens is this will come out and then the force will knock it in there, and then it's locked in to the anvil. So what we're going to do, we're going to give this thing a little bit of lube and put it back together, and I bet it'll work now. I kind of lost all the footage of tearing it apart and putting it back together. It just takes a T10 Torx to unscrew it, and yeah, you're not missing a whole lot there. So we'll do that and see if this thing will work. Before, this thing would come up to speed and just spin and spin and spin. It would not release this mechanism or engage the anvil here. So hopefully with a little bit of lube, this thing will work again. And we'll try it on a few different things and see how well this cheap, plasticky built Harbor Freight tool from 2002 works. Look at that little micro switch. Oh yeah, we might as well go over the electronics while we're here. Very simple, 12 volt in. You have a little micro switch here, dainty little thing, and a forward reverse switch. And it's no electronics or anything special. It's just power comes in, goes through a switch, and straight out to the motor. And we're back together. Let's see if that fixed it. Okay, now we're all hooked up to a battery. We found our included socket that fits this. Well, she hit. Hey, it got it off there. I've never had these off before. Try another one. Yeah, we're in frame for that. That's surprisingly powerful. Okay, well, we're going to start these by hand and I guess thread them back in. That seems to have a lot of torque. Now, you have to re-ramp it up every time you use it, though. See how it goes putting them back in. Flip our little switch. It's going in slowly but surely. In a minute here, we'll see how well that torqued it down. Okay, now we're going to take a torque wrench and see how hard that is to take off. Looking around, I found this old school torque wrench. It's made in Taiwan, so you know it's good. So, let's see how many foot-pounds it takes to break this loose. Oh my! There goes. Did we get a reading off that? Honestly, I'm pretty impressed by that. We got around 130, 135 before it broke loose. So this thing would definitely get you out of a bind if you were stuck on the side of the road. It even came with an adapter to go to alligator clips instead of a cigarette lighter, along with 4 impact sockets, a nice blow molded case, and even an extra fuse. They still make stuff like this today. This here was back in 2002, and it seems like Harbor Freight doesn't carry anything like this anymore. But Amazon has it, and I'm sure you can find it on eBay. I did find a version of this on eBay for like $35. And do I recommend it? Nah, maybe not. You'd probably have to take it apart at this point and oil that up again. So if you want to take it apart and do that, yeah, it might be a good idea. But probably head just to buy something new. They're around the same price from what I can tell. Also, this has a really chintzy switch. That might not last very long. We may use this in future videos to break stuff loose just because. Why not, you know? I know I've got good air power and stuff, but kind of makes you curious as to how far we can take this thing. It's not the quickest thing in the world, but it seems to work all right. It does pack away pretty nice and neat. So let me know what you think of this old Chicago Electric impact gun. Seems to work fairly well for what it is, as long as you keep that lubed up. So I think we'll leave this video here. Look for this in the future. Like I say, we'll give it another try. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, hit subscribe, and have yourself a great day.